What's going on, everyone? ANCAP24 here from playbook.gg, and today we're going to show you another simple cover 2 soft squat beater to kind of go on top of what we did yesterday. A lot of people had asked in the comments and in messages, can we get more simple cover 2 squat beaters? I'm facing them more and more each day and just want to make sure I know how to beat them. Now, if this is the first time checking out our channel and you want to win more games playing Madden, hit that subscribe button below. Don't forget to also click that bell icon to make sure you never miss any of our videos. So the play we're going to be looking at is called FL Spot. This can be found in the gun doubles offset formation. Also can be found a same route or very similar to in the gun doubles. So I'm going to show you on the screen which playbooks you could find those two in. And if you find any other playbook or formation that this route, which is a spot route that starts out the outside of the field, not in a compress set, but starts on the outside, please make sure you put a comment in below just to make sure that you help us out and help others find where it's located, right? So the reason why this play is so great is because of this red route. And what you're going to see is that when you start it on the short side of the field, meaning that the B is closer to the sidelines, what you're going to see is that he's going to suck down the soft squat to the middle of the field to the numbers. In order to make it work, you have to put the A on a block or something to where he is not a part of the soft squats assignment. All I do on this play is put the Y on a hitch just for an extra opportunity to have another player. So what I'm going to do here is show you 3 different route combinations by the RB in order to get open on the sideline. It's important because most soft squats are associated with cover 2 blitzes, whether it's the pinch dog 2 press, whether it's nickel blitz 2, whether it's any type of dollar or 1-4-6 blitz. They're typically with soft squats because they play a little bit differently, have a little bit more range, and they also man match. So it's a better zone to basically pair up with blitzing. That's why you find them naturally without a user having to do anything in the play art, right? So I'm going to show you a couple easy ways to use it. And knowing that the soft squat will go ahead and suck down to the B, we're going to start off with the stock route of just the swing, okay? Now this is great if you're just looking for 3 to 5 yards, all right? So watch what happens here. The B is going to suck him down. We're going to be able to throw it to this player, get up the field, and you're going to see our guy did not get touched until the 4-yard mark. Let me show you on instant replay just to make sure you understand how this is going to work and why it works so well. Now, this is something like it's not going to be mind-boggling, but it is going to be something that you're going to want to use if you have this route in your playbook. Watch how Teddy Ginn goes to the inside. He is going to suck down the corner. See how he stays there? And he's on that numbers, not until we throw the ball. Look at the whole right side of the field over here. We're going to be able to throw it to our player, catch this ball, and we were on the 40-yard line to start. You see we get hit right at the 44, and then basically get to the 5-yard mark. Easy 5 yards for doing nothing, right? Now let's take this one step further. The RB is going to be in a spot where we can playmaker him up the field. I want to make sure that you understand that the playmaker is a little bit finicky on here because you have to do it at the right time. So I spam it. I'm actually going to put my controller close to the mic so you can hear how I spam it. And I spam it towards the 2 o'clock position to where I try to get up the field and get it. So watch how it happens here. You can see that I'm going to spam him up the field. You can see that time I didn't get where I wanted to go, but it's going to actually give you a good point to what I want to show you, right? If we had the best way possible, we want him to go towards the sidelines. But look, it still works if you go up the field with it because of the fact that the player gets sucked down to that spot route that he's just going to sit on him, that we're able to either, still throw it over his head and to the spot if we need it, right? If we were to throw it to the sidelines, that would be the best case scenario. But in this instance, we didn't get the angle that we're looking for, but we're going to try it again here, right? So we're going to spam it. You can see here that this time we're going to throw it over here, and you're going to get yourself an easy 25 to 30 yards. And it's real important because you want to attack the sidelines because people that are blitzing are most of the time going to have to cover all the middle of the field, and they're not going to worry about the outsides because the cover twos, whether it's a cloud or a soft squat, is basically a safe coverage to do if they're going ahead and allowing the 2 to 3 yards to the sidelines. We're going to get 5+ on this, right? Now, people are probably saying right now, okay, that's great, but people blitz, right? So let's show it against blitz. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to blitz everybody, put them in there, and move this down here, and I'm going to show you what I like to do against a blitzer on this situation, right? Move it to where he's the player, and typically speaking, what they're going to do is take this player here, and they're going to back up with him to cover the middle of the field. So that's typically what you're going to see with a blitz, right? So what I'm going to show you here is the same exact route combination, but I'm going to help you out by having another blocker. Instead of going ahead, we're going to move him over, and then we're going to move him back to help with the blocking, right? So we're going to hike it right here. He helps with the block. We'll be able to throw it to this player. You're going to get yourself at least 5 yards and whatever you can when you go against a cornerback. A cornerback is in a really tough spot there because either you can run him over, get some extra yards, you can make a move. Really, really tough. I'm going to show it to you here. Same exact thing with the nickel blitz, where we're going to go ahead and get everybody in here and make sure that we go ahead and move this guy in. And we're going to do it with the playmaker this time, okay? So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to block our tight end. We're going to move this guy over. And we're going to move this guy over to the side. And then we're going to hike it right here, right? So now we're going to do the playmaker. That time we didn't get the playmaker, but you're going to see that even if you don't get the playmaker that you want, the guy sits on the sideline and gets you even more yards. And I want to make sure that you kind of see everything that can happen on this play. On this, we tried to get the playmaker. It didn't register. So even though it didn't register, watch what happens here. The guy is going to, this player here is actually the one that got playmakered instead. So that's the one thing. With playmaker, basically you have to get it to register before this guy becomes your player. So because it didn't register here, now what ends up happening is the spot route now becomes the closest player to the quarterback. So when he goes up the field, see how he goes up the field, we're going to now be able to create even more room for this. We catch it on the line of scrimmage, and now we're easily getting 10 yards rather than the 5. Okay, so if you don't get the playmaker, don't worry about it. Oh, it just means that the other player went up the field, and you're still going to be able to create more space for yourself. Okay, so that's how it works against the blitz and non-blitz. The second way we can do is actually do a check and release. Okay, and the reason why this works so well is because typically speaking, with the tight end being on the same side as the gun double offset or gun doubles, that the check and release does not have a threat to basically have to worry about. And he can get out to the field right away. So watch what happens here. You're going to see that the guy goes really quickly, throw it to him, catch the ball, get up the field, and now you get about 6 or 7 yards, right? It's not going to be a game breaker. But this is something that is going to get really annoying, that if a user starts having to basically, have to worry about this, this is where things start happening, right? So they start having to worry about this. What you're going to start seeing is this. They're going to come down here. They're going to come with the blitz. You're going to move this guy in. Instead of using this player, they're now going to use this player and saying, what? I've got to go over there if the guy goes that way, right? So if they do something like this, now you've got yourself pretty open, right? So you can do this, guy comes here, now you just throw it to this player right here, and you got yourself an easy 1-2 read. If they go to the right, you're throwing it to the left. They go to the left, you're throwing it to the right. Real simple, right? And something like that. Now, say they're doing this and you didn't know, right? And they're doing it where this is the player that they're using right here. And they're going to man up on the RB, something like this, right? And we'll send this player here. We're doing something like that, right? Well, the second route you can do, and I'll show you this as well, is you move this player over 1. So now we block the tight end. And now we're going to do the second block. So the whole time we're thinking we're going to go RB. But we get surprised by the user. Okay, get surprised by the user. Now we're throwing it to this X receiver. Right? So it's one of those deals where they really have a lot of real estate to cover. And that's why they don't want to get out of the middle of the field. But we could force them out of the field and then force them out of this blitz with just a simple thing where they can't stop it with a soft squat. So now I've shown you the check release. The last thing I want to show you is the flat route by a hot route master or a running back that gets the 4 extra routes, right? And with this one, what you're going to see is that he is going to get out there as fast as possible. This one is going to be a little bit less when it comes to being able to turn up the field. You're really not going to be able to playmaker him, but it's quicker. So if you're going to get somebody who's blitzing, you can get this, you get up the field, and now you're going to get even more yards, right? It's a quick thing. Knowing that Gilmore, one of the best DBs in the game, we're attacking him, and knowing that we're going to get him sucked down here, you can see how when we catch it, he's got to stop, transfer his body, come back, and we're already catching the ball, and we're going up the field for easy yards, okay? So this is something that I wanted to make to your point, because I want to make sure you kind of think about how to beat soft squats. Sometimes it's not the route that gets the ball, it's the route that pulls the player away from the guy who gets the ball. And this is one of them. So if you could find this route in different formations, or if you can find this route in different playbooks, make sure you comment below. Like I said, this is just something that I use when it comes to getting people out of soft squats. It really is something that is a headache, something that people tend to sleep on, and it's such a simple route combination, but it opens up your whole offense. And if somebody's whole defense is soft squats blitzing, they can't run it just by adding this route combination. Now, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and make sure you check out these videos below for the most helpful Madden tips. If you're looking to learn from the best players in the world, head over to www.playbook.gg for the most detailed game plans in Madden.